You're tuned in to the Kansas City Weather Report, your daily source for the latest local forecast right here in KC. Whether you're planning your commute, weekend barbecue, or just trying to figure out if you need that extra layer, Wes has you covered. So let's dive into today's forecast.
Welcome to the Kansas City Weather Reports. I'm meteorologist Wes Peary. Today is Thursday, February 6th, and here's what's up with the weather. Wow. Yesterday morning ended up being very icy. I had a pretty good idea that it was going to be icy on the bridges and overpasses, but it got a little bit cooler than forecast. I mean, we are talking about a couple of degrees, and so some of the impacts started to spread a little bit further away from the bridges and the overpasses. But I think, the elevated surfaces were doing the majority of the work in terms of causing crashes, at least here locally in Kansas City. It's a mess. Now, speaking of bridges and overpasses, this morning, those may still be icy. I don't think it'll be kind of at the magnitude as it was this morning because there's not going to be much precipitation, but fog, low clouds, those have a bunch of tiny pieces of water in them that could freeze to the surfaces, and really just any refreezing is possible this morning as temperatures are falling below freezing. So watch out for some fog, slick elevated roads, especially the ones that go over creeks, rivers, streams, because the cold air can get further down and impact those bridges a little bit better. So especially bodies of water bridges, tough stuff there. But once we get rid of the clouds this morning, it may take until 10 or 11 o'clock this morning, but once we get rid of it, temperatures warming up into the lower 40s, like 40 to 45. Should be a nice sunny day, and maybe our last nice sunny day for a little bit here, because Friday morning may start off sunny, and then it ends pretty cloudy, maybe some light rain Friday night. But it's most likely kind of after midnight, Friday into Saturday, there's a chance for some rain, some light rain possible on Saturday morning, especially after 6 a.m. Across the Missouri and Iowa border, this may be freezing rain, but I think we're looking good here in Kansas City for the threat of freezing rain. It looks much less than what we just went. And Super Bowl Sunday, cloudy, 35. It'll be like 70s in New Orleans. That's very New Orleans-like. Good for them. And then Sunday is the beginning of maybe not the beginning, but the continuation of a very wintry weather pattern. We can go ahead and call Tuesday night and Wednesday morning the beginning of the wintry weather pattern. But there is probably going to be two chances, maybe more than two chances for some accumulating snow, maybe some icy precip next week. And at this point, it is still really difficult to pin something down. But when I look at all like my fancy weather model computers and, all the bells and whistles doing some math problems, there is a 90% chance that we have more than an inch of snow on the ground by the end of next week. There is a 60% chance there's 3 inches or more snow on the ground by the end of next week. And a 20% chance that there is 6 inches or more, and a 1% chance there is 12 inches or more snow on the ground by the end of next week. And so nailing this down is kind of tough, but we're generally looking at kind of a Tuesday to Wednesday chance for a snowstorm, wintry weather, and then Friday-ish for another chance for a snowstorm there. So there's still a lot of details that need to be worked out. Obviously, you get it. You're listening to a weather podcast. You know how things are very changeable. But, just expect next week to have some wintry weather headaches. And if it doesn't happen, cool. That works out great as well. Because I think, again, some people are kind of done with the winter so far, especially after a couple of icy episodes. Recapping the forecast: cold, foggy this morning. Watch out on the bridges and overpasses. Becoming sunny later today. 43 today. Cloudy and 41 for Friday. Rain Friday night into Saturday morning is possible. 35 and cloudy for Sunday. About 35 and cloudy for Monday. The chance for some precipitation there. Monday and Tuesday. And then again on Wednesday, better chance of Wednesday. Highs in the 20s. Tuesday and Wednesday, only near freezing for Thursday and Friday, and then Friday and Saturday, highs near and below freezing with another chance of a wintry system. Thanks so much for joining me for this edition of the Kansas City Weather Report. You can find me on social media at West Weather. Have a good one.